Hello. Hello. Yes, good morning everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 19th of November. So we're going to start analysis with a different chart today. We'll start off with the chart on our screen. This is JFTPY. So whatever you're seeing on my screen, let me explain my screen first. This symbol you're seeing here, this stands for the pip value. It stands for how much per pip this pair is. So this means that JFTPY, if the price moves 1 pip, is equal to 1.628809. So the figure is long. So far this is bearish. If you look at this chart properly, you can see that the price is somehow to the lower side. I'll attach the alligator indicator. You can see from this point here, the price has been very much bearish. As it is now, this is still a very good sell. I do recommend looking for sell positions. Keep looking for sell orders. Expect price to break below the previous lowest lows. So we basically want price to go below this level, 113.798. Expect price to break below it, retrace back before we can continue to the lower side. So I want us now to move forward to our main symbols, the ones we look at every day. We look at GBP USD. So disregard the trade you're seeing on my chart. This one, I'll close it. In fact, disregard it. This symbol is bearish. The price is moving to the lower side. We do have a level here. Just a second. Give me a second. Let me line up some things here first. So we do have a level here. This is a very good resistance level. Looks like the price has not been able to come back to it, but if the price can come back perfectly up to this point, then this should give us a very good place to trade from. The other place which will be a good place to sell from is actually this level here. This will be a good place to look for a sell from. The other place where we want to look for a trade from is this level here. And then we do have another level which looks really significant. This is the point which the price actually broke below some few yesterday. Actually, this is earlier today. You can see that the price opened here, it went below. As we're speaking now, the price is still below this zone. So we do expect a continuation to the lower side, being that the indicator which you're having, the alligator indicator, is actually bearish. So expect price to continue down up to 1.32005. So if you're on this chart now, you're supposed to be looking for sell positions. Expect price to sell off up to this point. Does this make sense? So whatever we are saying now, does it make sense that we actually expect price to continue to the lower side? So the next chart I want us to look at is GBP USD, Euro USD. So the value per pip for Euro USD is actually 10. Also on this chart we have levels. We have clear levels, the levels where if the price reaches, then those are the places where we do expect a trade from. So the first one is this, the one at the top. This is a resistance, and then we have another one here. This is also another good level. You can see that the price somehow is below this level, and then the next place is this. This is another good level. So on this chart, technically we are looking for three zones. There's this, the first one, we have the next one, we have another one. So if the price breaks any of these levels in any direction, then you're going to be looking for a trade in the direction of that breakout. If the price breaks above a zone, we'll continue buying. If the price breaks below a zone, we'll continue selling it. Does this make sense? Whatever I'm saying now, does it make some sense? Okay. So the next chart I want us to look at is USD JPY. So just as we looked at the JPY, USD is also bearish. You can see from this point the price is very much to the lower side. Of course, there are zones where we expect price to retrace up to. The first one is this one here. This is a good zone. We have another one here. This is another good one. We do have another one. This is another good zone. And then we have another one, another support. So if the price can come back nicely up to any of these zones, up to this zone, we look for a sell. If it breaks beyond this high, the high of this candle, we do expect price to continue up to 104.325. But if it breaks above this level here, then that may mean we are now heading up to this point. But as it is now, you can see that the price is below the indicator. That's the price is literally below the 3 lines. So we do expect a continuation to the lower side, which means the price needs to break below this low. We expect a breakout below this low and then a correction before we can continue to the lower side. This is what we expect to be happening. So this should be a sell here. This too should be a sell. So the next chart I want us to look at, Brent oil. Brent oil so far looks like the price is bearish. We do have a shape formation. This is like a converging wedge formation here. We also have another line from the bottom here. So with this, on this chart, we have to remove the indicator. So we have a resistance here. We have a resistance here. We have a resistance here. We have a support here. We have a support at this price. Then we have another support at this price. So technically we are waiting for a bounce from the lower trend line. We want price to bounce off from this point, then head straight to the upper side up to this level. If the price breaks beyond any of these levels, that if the price goes below this level, we look for a sell. If the price breaks above this level, we look for a continuation to the upper side. So we do have this here. We do have here, this is a support. This here is support zone. We also have a resistance zone here. So these are the places where if the price can come back up to, if the price pulls back nicely to any of these levels, then those are going to give us the correct place to look for a trade from. So we just want price to come back to any of these levels. If the price pulls back nicely to any of these, or any of the zones which I've just drawn, then those are going to give us the correct place where we want to look for a trade from. So the next chart I want us to look at, SP500. So looks like this chart is bearish. Looks like the price is heading to the lower side, but overall this chart is still bullish, so I don't recommend any sell positions. I can't recommend a sell orders. If you sell it, just know you'll be selling a correction, but the main move is actually to the upper side. So the main move on this chart is bullish. We recommend buy positions. We expect the sell which you're seeing, this big move, the one we had the day before, and this one, to be just a correction. So the farthest the price should go up to, we have a zone, a level here, 3540.5. we do have this place. If the price can pull back nicely up to this point, then this will give us the correct place to look for a buy from. So technically we just need price to come back up to this point. If the price can come back up to this level, then this will give us the correct place where we want to look for a buy from. If the price comes back up to this point, then this will give us the correct place where we want to look for a buy from. So the next chart and the last one for the day, we have gold. So gold is bearish. Somehow we expect price to continue to the lower side. This is why I'm saying we expect price to continue to the lower side. If you draw diagonal line touching this resistance, you find that it also touches, somehow it almost touches this high. We also have a resistance level there. Then on the lower side we do have this. So this is like a resistance, a resistance, a resistance. We have a support, we have a support. So if the price hits any of these levels, if the price comes back and breaks below any of these levels, the price breaks below this lower line, then that will mean we are now heading downwards up to this point. If the price bounces off from the same line, then this will be a good place to look for a buy from. We do expect price to actually rise up to this point here, so that we look for a sell, expecting that sell to take us down. So this will be a good place to sell from here, and this will be a good place to look for a buy from. So thank you very much. That should be the end of this session. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same. So thank you. See you.